broken things can become a blessing if you let God do the mending. Welcome to Broken to be Blessed Network, where dynamic women will share their experiences that will inspire, and experiences that have turned out to be a blessing. Now here's your host, Samantha McNeil.
Experiences that has caused them to be broken, experiences that will inspire, and experiences that turned out to be a blessing. Today, I have with me Danique Taylor. How are you doing today, Danique?
I am well. Thank you for asking. I'm blessed.
Lovely, lovely.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. It's really a pleasure having you sharing with us today. Okay, go ahead and tell us a little about yourself.
So, my name is Danique. I am a final year nursing student at the University of Technology. I am a member of the Holiness Born Again Church of Jesus Christ Apostolic Stream. I got baptized when I was 9 years old, and I got the Holy Ghost a few months after that. I enjoy singing and doing arts and crafts. Yeah.
Awesome. Maybe I'm gonna have to ask you for those to help me with some of those art and craft skills, because I didn't get any. Okay, Danique, it's all over to you. Let us hear your testimony.
Right. So it all started last year, May. Started having some headaches, and I thought it was just exam pressure, because school, stress and everything. So I thought the headaches were just because school and whatever. So after that, I woke up one morning and I started feeling some body pain. So I thought it was dengue now, because at that time dengue was going around in Jamaica. So I went to the doctor, got tested, was not dengue. He said it was gastroenteritis. So I came home, bush tea, cure everything in Jamaica. So I got my bush tea, drank it, was still feeling under the weather. So I slept, and I remember the other day I was getting worse. So my mommy and my cousin, they took me to the private doctor, because going public is the last resort for me. So I went to the private doctor. He gave me 5 bags of fluids to cut the fever, because I had a slight fever, I think 99 degrees Fahrenheit. So she gave me 5 bags of saline to cut it. Felt a little better, but when I came home, I think the fever went up to 105 degrees, because I can check it myself, because I have my own thermometer. So it went up to 105 degrees. I remember my eyes, like the light, was too sensitive and everything was just going wrong. My mother thought I was going to die, because my eyes were rolling over apparently. So they took me to the doctor, to the public hospital now. Now this is where everything is a bit blurry. So I have to depend on my family to tell me what really happened. So I remember I went to A&E, accident and emergency, and they gave me a wheelchair, because you have bed shortage at the hospital. So I was in a wheelchair, but I was feeling pain like never before. And I remember it's like I wanted to pass this, and I said, at this point, there's nothing that anybody can do to save me, because I'm most dead. I have to go dead right now.
Oh.
And I remember the doctor came and he was asking me some questions, and I was getting so frustrated because I was in so much pain. And I said, doctor, you really go admit me? And he said, yes, you have bacterial meningitis. Well, that is a condition where the surfaces of your brain and your spinal cord, the membranes, they're swollen, right? So it can cause blindness, it can cause deformities, you get paralyzed or whatever. And the last resort is death. So he said he's going to admit me, but at the time there was no bed on the ward. So I have a friend who is a doctor, so he took me down to the doctor's quarters. And from there, I cannot remember anything that took place. No, what they told me is that I started talking foolishness. And she gave me an access in my hand and I pull it out like I was not myself. And anybody know me know that I'm afraid of injection. So it's like I wasn't me. And remember, she got me a bed, went on the word, and I couldn't walk. At this point now, I couldn't walk. I lost everything. Couldn't walk, couldn't talk, couldn't eat, couldn't see, nothing. I was just laying there as a vegetable.
Oh my God.
And it's like I don't really know what was taking place because it's like somebody else was living my life for me. Like I was there on the bed, but it's like somebody else was just there having that experience. Because I can't remember the pain. It's like after a while I started feeling everything. And I remember one day I woke up and 3 doctors were standing over me and they said there's nothing else that they can do. So they just giving me 4 days to live.
Oh my God.
And I fell back asleep because I didn't have the energy and I couldn't even talk to tell my family that this is what I was hearing. So ended up going on, did not die. They tied me down to the bed. I remember I woke up one day and I saw the strings all over, 2, 1 on each leg and on my arm. And don't remember how it got there, but they said I was being boisterous and I was talking rubbish. So a next set of doctors came to view me to send me down to the 10th floor, the psych ward.
Wow.
And that I couldn't even tell my parents either because I couldn't talk to them. And I was there and I know I was in so much pain. It's like fire was on my skin. Because even when my first virgin came and like they touched me to rub me down or anything, they said I would start crying for fire. It's like I was on fire. And my family came to understand that it was not just bacterial meningitis, it was a spiritual attack that I came under. So every time they put me up in the bed, something would just pull me back down to the edge of the bed. And my eyes were rolling over and I was speaking in tongues. Like my family, they aren't Christian, so they wouldn't really understand what they said. Every time they came, I was speaking something that they did not understand. And it so happened that while I was there, while I got admitted, my primary school teacher got admitted on the same ward right across from me. So any little thing that happened, she was there looking out for me. And I remember one night I was lying down and I was at the window. I heard a voice like my mother calling me out the window. Now it's night, no visiting time. And the voice said, Miss Chin, I come with your food and the nurse them now and let me in. Get up off my bed and come and let me in. Because it was like the ones outside my window talking to me, telling me to get up off the bed. And they know that I didn't know I couldn't walk, but they know. So if I came off that bed, I probably would die.
Yes.
And that's how I ended up being tied up too. And when I tell them that I'm hearing the voices, them say, no, like they really are go crazy, but I'm telling you, the voices are there. And it goes around until I was admitted for a month. So the first 2 weeks were a bit blurry. I wasn't eating or anything, so I can't really remember. But when I came around, I know that I was in a lot of pain, more than anything. And you know the IV that they give you in your hands, the medication and everything. Every day, because usually they keep it in for 3 to 4 days.
Yes.
Every single day, I had to get a new one. I don't know what was happening, and it reached the point where I just started crying and I said, I don't want no more medication because everybody is on our work. And it's like,
and it's so painful. I've been there.
So
I know what it feels like. Yes.
So painful. And so every day when I come on and stick me on the can't find no vein until it got to the point where they ruptured all my veins.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yes, about going into my neck and my forehead to find veins. So I
Oh
said,
my
God,
God.
do something. Because
Mm.
even though I'm a nursing student, I don't like injections, right? So got to the point where the medication started to poison me
Wow.
as they were giving me too much of it. Because all of my medications were going directly to my bloodstream. I wasn't taking anything by mouth. They started to poison my blood, so I started having some rash and I started itching. And they give something called hydrocortisone for itch, but I got it through the IV because I didn't want my respiratory system to shut off or anything, and that was not working. Nothing was working. Like it had just gone bad. And eventually I came around, they started giving me the medication and I came out. When I came out of the hospital, still couldn't walk. And my eyes were still crossed and the doctors were saying it might be permanent. So you're just going to have to adjust to this new lifestyle. So I had all of that to consider coming out of the hospital. But here I am today.
Oh my God. To God be the glory. Great things He hath done and continue to do. What a God. Oh my God. So after coming out of the hospital, what was life like?
Well,
And yeah, how did you deal with the situation?
so when I came out, I was gonna backtrack back to in the hospital a little bit. Right. While I was back to my consciousness and I could think, I was really doubting God. Like it's like everything I'm gonna learn about Christianity, Jesus Christ, just gone down the drain. Because I'm saying, God, like all these stories that I hear about your healing powers and everything, where are you? And this is just a small thing for you to do. So what is the problem? And I remember one night I was lying and the story of Job came to me, and I couldn't find the exact verse, but Job was talking about he looked to the left and he couldn't find him, he looked to the right, he couldn't find him. I said, this is exactly how I feel. Like, I feel empty, you know, you have visitors and everything, but when it's all said and done, I still didn't feel like God was with me. And that story came to me. When I came out now, it's the same thing. I had this struggle in my mind, like, is this thing real? This whole salvation? Because God, when I needed you, where were you? You understand? And when I came out, I was thinking about everything that was going to happen because I was just going into my final year of nursing school. And I still couldn't see. So when I looked in front of me, I would see two persons. There was one person, but I would see two things standing there. So I was saying, I can't go back to school. I won't be able to even inject anybody because I got missed and inject them the wrong place. So. And then my nerves are gone. So like my fingers were like this. So I said, all right, then I probably gonna have to stay home. And our missionary called and she said that I need to believe because God said that He healed me totally. Even though I don't see anything happening, I just need to believe. And I said, fine then. That is what I'm going to do. Because faith without works is dead. And we're on this whole Christian journey is about your faith in God. Right? So if you don't have it, don't make nonsense. So I said, fine God, I'm going to trust what you say. And even though I cannot see it or see how is it going to be possible at my eyes, because I'm telling you, my eyes were like over there, I'm going to trust you. And little by little, my eyes came back. And I started to walk and everything. And when I sit down and I really look at it, I'm saying, this probably was not for me. It was for somebody else. Who was probably losing hope, or somebody who wanted to see a miracle or something. And I'm saying even the very doctors, when I went back, because I have clinicals and they see me, they can't even believe That is just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, it was you. It wasn't the medication, it wasn't the antibiotic, but it is just God.
God.
You
Yeah.
understand? And I
Yes.
think that just even strengthened my relationship with Him,
Mm-hmm.
because when you're going through, this is not nice. Whenever
No.
the situation is
Yeah.
happening, it's rough and you can't make no sense of it, and people can't make no sense of it, because I must stop me I do, or
Yes.
God don't there with you, so you just not have no hope. But when you come out of it, you have to repent and say, God, I give you stand,
Oh my
right?
God.
Because I could have died. It's not, there's nothing good that I could ever do or think to say I deserve to be alive. You understand?
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
only God why I'm here. And I know it must be for a purpose.
Oh
So
yes. Oh yes. I know it's for
I'm
a purpose. You wouldn't
always
be
happy
sitting
to
here
share.
and
Because
sharing on this network that God has given me the vision for. So yes, and I know that when this reaches persons, they are gonna be blessed, because I can just know that there are persons out there who have been in a sick, in an ill situation and not know why or how to do and all of that. So I'm gonna allow you to encourage somebody who is going through right now and might feel hopeless, need a word. Give somebody that encouragement.
I think I would tell somebody what I needed to do. Because I heard a lot as people came and they prayed, but trust me, when you're in pain or when you're in the situation and nobody don't understand, is that the words jump over your head. So I'm going to say what I needed to do in that time, and it's to trust God. That is just the conclusion of the whole matter, because He knows everything from before the foundation of the world, right? And the enemy can't touch you unless God says so. So if it is happening to you, it must be for a purpose. Whether you understand the purpose or not, we're not going to understand everything in life, but all things do work together for good to them that love the Lord. So I would just encourage anybody to trust God. Like we say it all the time in
Yes,
church,
yes, we say
we
it
say it
all the
all the
time.
time, but it is time to put it into action. Just like how
Yes,
we trust our spouse or we trust the pilot on the plane, we have to trust God that He is in control and He is all powerful. So the little tricks of the enemy, God is more powerful than that. So I would just want to encourage somebody to hold on, you know, and trust God.
amen. The test really gives the testimony.
It
As
does.
you said, when you're going through it, you can't see it, but it's after that you can see that, okay, I have a testimony that I can share with somebody. And what I know too about testimony, it's so powerful when you can testify to somebody that, hey, I've been here. I'm not telling you about all those persons back then, but I'm telling you that, hey, I've been here and look at me. Visual works for people a lot. So when you can
Yes,
say, look at me and see that I've been there, and God has really
yes.
come
I
through
fully
for me.
recovered because all the
Over.
I had asthma before I got sick. That is gone. So everything else that I had before, I got total healing.
Oh my God, God is
So
good.
I used to have a terrible cough. It's gone. Everything is just like a new me.
Oh
And
my
I must
God.
add that I did get to go back to school.
Yes, I was just about to ask. Yes.
Right, I did get to go back to school, and now I'm almost at the end of fourth year. I just have two more exams to do,
Okay.
and even when I got sick, I missed out a semester. I got to complete that semester, even though it was a lot of work, and I
Yes.
could not understand how I was going to overcome that, because all my university life, I've never experienced courses like those, and I didn't feel anything. I know my GPA is above 3, and I can just say that is God.
That is
That
God.
is God. I
Amen.
just showed up for the exam and He did the work.
Amen.
So
Amen.
God is good.
Amen. And I can just bet that you're going to be an extra passionate and caring nurse, because you
Absolutely.
know
I
what it feels
understand.
like to be in the hospital and to be
I do
ill and need
understand.
somebody to be of comfort. So thank you very much for sharing. And
Thank you
as
for
I said
having me.
before, I have been encouraged, I've been blessed, and I know that others are going to be encouraged and be blessed. So thanks again. Heaven bless you and have a wonderful rest of the evening.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome.